Can you hear me now? Am I coming through now? Can you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Can you hear me now?
I hear you, but you're chopping up.
Oh, sorry. Holy crap. Okay, so you guys can hear me now. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. I was very quiet. Were you able to hear the game at least? I hope you're able to at least hear the game. What's up, Big Uzi? How are you? Deontay Blade Ford. Nice to meet you. Alright, let's see if we can make something normal happen now. Because I'm clearly way behind the 8 ball now. I've been a terrible teammate up until this point. Somebody shot me. Oh. That was horrible. The gameplay is low. Okay. Let me see. Maybe that's better. What do you think about physical gold and silver as an investment for retirement? I don't see the need to get physical gold and physical silver. I mean, they got ETFs that you can invest in, and I kind of think those things are a little bit overrated anyway. God, I'm just getting killed. You need to play Warzone Plunder Trios. Yeah, I probably should. What's the key to discipline? Self-awareness and time management, and being able to understand yourself well enough to know like why you aren't disciplined. You know, like I think that now you have. Are you guys able to hear me better now? Am I coming through okay? I think you want to know like you want to be able to deal with all the distractions. A lot of people I see can't really achieve their goals because there's so many distractions. You know, like you guys have more distractions than we had when I was younger. Because there's literally like a million things to do. Like we used to wait, for a good movie to come out or our favorite TV show. You guys literally have. That's so terrible. You guys literally have like constant access to like anything that you want all the time, and it's very it's one of those things where I find that the best way to get things done is you have to shut everything off. Like, if I really want to have something, get something done, I don't answer email, I don't answer my phone, I don't respond to text messages during that time. I don't tweet. I do none of that because all that or I'll put it in its place where I'll give myself like 10 minutes to tweet my ass off, and then I'll go get back to the things I really need to do that are really important. So I think you got to find a way to keep everything in its proper place so that it doesn't take over, because social media is designed to, they really have hacked your brain in a lot of ways where they, oh, God, I keep getting killed. Why do you feel like every black man who's a celebrity that died, you have to slander their name? Oh, get out of here with that bullshit. Don't nobody want to hear that stuff. That ain't true. I don't slander anybody's name. If you can't sit back, if somebody dies from a drug overdose and you're not trying to help your community avoid drug overdoses that the white man created in order to kill you, then what's wrong with you? Like, you really want black people to keep dying? Like, you want black people to stay stuck on stupid? Like, get out of here with that stuff, man. That's crazy to me. Seriously, like, y'all need to learn how to talk about shit and stop pretending like everything's okay when it's not. I mean, maybe that's why your kids get killed, because you don't ever warn them about the things that can kill them. Shit, what I gotta do? Hold on. So you got me all distracted and shit. I am such a bad player right now.
Enemy soldier incoming. Watch your fire.
Like, I hate that. I hate that. Like, we're too polite. Like, when people die for a preventable reason, You know, it just drives me crazy that like people don't want to actually talk to, you know, like speak on the truth of like how they died and how we can avoid it. I mean, to me, the best way to honor their legacy is to help children learn. And then again, maybe that's just because that's how I learned. Like the way I learned how to make good decisions was from the people who loved me enough who made bad decisions, who would say, "Boy, don't do what I did, boy. Don't do what I did." You know, like everybody's walking around trying to pretend like they're perfect, and they don't talk. You don't talk to the youth. Like you got to talk to your kids, or they're gonna go and do the same dumb shit your friends did when you were young. Let me see here. I thought you was going to say that it is pathetic, Boyce. um, what do you think, Jay Watts? What do you think is a better career, accounting or software development? I think software development, but then again, accounting is not bad. You have to have a brain for it, though. Accounting is very tedious and meticulous. Not that software development can't be, but I kind of feel like accounting comes with like a little extra pressure that you got to just be ready for. You know, accountants I know are like my accountants. I have several accountants, and they're very smart, and they're just on their stuff. Like they're a little bit honestly. I feel like they're stressed out, like kind of like maybe a little anal, and it's for good reason because as an accountant, there's not a lot of margin for error. But then again, as a software developer, it's not like you have a lot of error there either, especially if you're doing important software. So either way, it all requires you to be pretty thoughtful and intelligent and meticulous and careful. So I think it really just comes down to preference. But I mean, both careers are good in terms of job seeking and all that. Like you won't ever not be employed. I think if you're good at either one of those professions, and you can start great businesses in those areas as well. So sorry, let me focus so I don't get killed. I've been playing like absolute crap because I've been so distracted.
Contract type expired. Lost the task. There are 24 enemies still out there. Kill them all.
UAV entering the AO.
Okay. All right. I think I'm the green. Okay, so there's somebody over here. There's a guy over here. And over here. Okay, so a guy toward the blue. You know what?
Enemies in the area.
Okay.
Be advised, UAV is being reviewed. Artillery resupply.
My teammate. Okay, what we
Enemy
doing, yo?
UAV overhead. Gas is closing in. Enemy UAV overhead.
Alright, teammates. I'm not gonna let you guys down this time. Okay, what are we doing? Where are we going? Alright, so you're going over here.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Okay.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Okay, it's on here and here. Oh shit, you got guys coming.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone. Friendly loadout drop on the way. Taking effective fire.
What is this guy shooting at? What are we shooting at? Alright, let's go over here. I'm gonna follow you. Oh no, watch out.
Dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Gas is inbound.
out. Okay, guys, I gotta get upstairs. Shit. Oh! Okay, let's see here. Did you know that gold is considered a tier 1 asset by central banks? No, I did not. I don't even know precisely what tier 1 assets, tier 2 and all that means. I have to look that up. So I apologize for not having an awareness of that. If you really cared about those men and you really wanted to help those men, you would have reached out to them. Yeah, right. I got DMX on speed dial. Yeah, okay. And also, you got to go study addiction. Addiction, like Royce the 5'9" did a good job of basically saying people who say that probably don't understand how addiction works. They had a lot of people reaching out to them. Like when Richard Pryor was addicted to cocaine, Jim Brown tried to go live with him to monitor his behavior, to keep him away from cocaine. And even that didn't work. Even then, Richard Pryor still resisted it. So, people that have addictions, the best thing they can do is decide that they want help. And if they want help, um, then you can give them help. But if they don't want help, then you're probably not going to be able to help them. So the first step they have to take, in my view, is they have to decide that they want to like go to rehab or whatever. They got to decide they want a better life. Like my father, when he had a heroin addiction coming back from Vietnam, I had two dads, my biological father and the father that raised me. Both of them had drug addictions. Drugs really fucked up the whole black community. And so that's why I really have an issue with rappers that take money from white people to promote drugs to young black people. That is genocide. That is poison. They are literally pushing poison to your kids because they want to poison them like rats so they don't grow up and become what they were meant to be. So basically my dad said that I said, how did you overcome the heroin addiction? And he said, I just made a decision. I didn't want that life. I didn't want to be a heroin addict. Whereas my biological father made a different decision. So he went to prison for drugs and kind of had a whole drug filled kind of life, and everybody around him suffered because of it. And that's why you got to be careful about that drug stuff, man. That drug stuff will mess you up. So don't let that stuff grab you, because once it grabs you, it's kind of done. Like, I don't know what's in that shit that really makes people act crazy, but they literally just lose all concern for family, for children, for anything. It's kind of crazy. It really like hijacks your brain. Like, it's really like slavery. Like, they don't have actual Kunta Kinte, chattel slavery anymore. But drugs are slavery of the mind, which some would say is actually an even worse type of slavery. So, let me see if I can pop some more fools. I knew somebody's gonna come kill me. Dr. Boyce, he's supposed to reach out to every man on drugs. You're right, exactly. I am legend. There are a lot of stocks currently inflated. Will there be a crash this year or next year? Yeah, there's gonna be not so much maybe a crash, but at least a correction. A correction is like maybe a 10% drop, where prices kind of get back in alignment with what they should be. It's not something that it's not something that is something to be sort of afraid of, but it is something that can happen. I think stocks in general, are good long-term investments, but you could have a dip and it could last for a while. I mean, if you're lucky, it'll be just a couple of weeks, but it could be a year. It could be 6 months. It could be, in Japan, they had a dip in their stock market that lasted like 20 years. So you got to kind of just be ready for that and just kind of know that you've actually had a really easy time to invest. The reason there's so many people that are investing now and everybody's talking about it is because that's been literally the easiest place in the world to make money. So a lot of people think that it's easy to make money in the stock market, and I think that they're going to probably find that that's not always the case. More so in the very near future. Like once the Fed stops pumping money into the economy, they're going to find out that that making money in the stock market isn't just like easy as apple pie like people think it is, because now everybody's like a stock market expert. Like, I can show you how to invest in stocks, and they don't know anything about it. And I think that that skill is going to be tested when you're in a market where most of the stocks are not making the kind of money they're making right now. But during the pandemic, if you had any extra money, the money was just everywhere. It was literally like somebody going down the street dumping out boxes of money. Now, what do you want? You want my money? Like, speaking of money, Okay, are they requesting? Are you requesting cash? I see you. I don't know what that means. I don't know where you are. Okay, well, I'm gonna go find my teammates. You know what I've been doing lately? I've been really obsessed with insurance. I'm actually gonna start teaching about insurance investment products at some point in the near future. So I've really been digging into that a lot. There's actually some interesting investment vehicles offered by insurance companies that I think are worth talking about. But we'll talk about that in a minute.
Gas is moving.
Oh, by the way, there's an interesting things. I got contacted by the father of Victory Boyd. Victory Boyd is that singer who's extremely talented. I mean, she's so talented. Like Jay-Z heard her sing and signed her to Rock Nation, like on the spot, because she's that good. But anyway, and I'm proud of her because she's B1. Like she literally came out of our ecosystem. Like there's a couple of artists that we actually broke on this platform. One of them was Young M.A. out of New York, and the other one was Victory Boyd. And Victory, I'm not saying I'm not proud of Young M.A. She's very talented, but Young M.A. is not so much my style, to be honest with you. Only because it's like, I've already heard like 1,000 rappers who rap about killing black people. Like that's kind of old by now. But she is talented though. Whereas Victory Boyd, their family actually has like a lot of principles that are very pro-black, and so Victory is in this interesting situation where she was going to sing because she is that talented. She was going to sing the national anthem at the season opener for the Super Bowl. Not the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, for the NFL. And hold on, guys. Let me figure out where I gotta go. All right. And so anyway, they told her though, in order for you.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
Shit, I gotta see if I can get down here. They said in order for you to perform at the NFL season opener, you have to get the shot. Y'all know what I mean by the shot. I can't say the V word because YouTube will ban you for using the V word. Well, they said for religious reasons, we don't want to get that shot. Well, the NFL said in order for you to perform the national anthem, everybody on the field has to have the shot. And they said, well, don't we get a religious exemption? And they said no. So basically, oh crap. So basically, like they're in this battle right now with the NFL over the fact that they fired her for not getting the shot. So that's really something that's interesting. I'm gonna actually talk to the family. And I know the family, the Victory sang at my wedding, and she also sang at the All Black National Convention. But she sings with Rock Nation. She actually wrote songs on Kanye West's last album, the one Jesus Walks. And so she's extremely talented. And really, I think that her experience is a reflection of the fact that you're kind of going into this era of economic apartheid. And I mentioned that because 2/3 of all the black people on this platform did not get the shot. So that means that when you talk about things like starting your own business, getting off the corporate plantation, there's no better time than ever. Like this is really the time that you want to make that move, because if you're not ready to play ball and let them inject you with whatever they want to inject you with, then they're not going to hire you. So that's what it is. Let's see here. What do you think about Forex trading? I think Forex trading is great. We're actually going to do a Forex masterclass, or master lecture, actually, which is a one-day event in the Black Business School in the next few weeks. So, Tough. Hey Doc, what's the best insurance company for us FBA? Also, are there any black-owned insurance companies? I use something called the blackinsurancenetwork.com. I go to the blackinsurancenetwork.com. That's where I get my life insurance and health insurance and all that stuff. And then also, if you have any assets that you want to leave, like your stocks or something, to your kids, you want to get an estate plan. Like go see a lawyer and learn about like revocable living trusts and stuff like that. They can help you make sure that your assets don't get caught in probate. I hate playing in first person. I need to see my character. Brian Hunter, should America's Africans look to build credit unions or insurance companies? Sure, if that's your thing. I don't want to build a credit union, but I know people that do. General Poppington, I did not know Dr. Boyce played Warzone. Yes, I do. That is my fun little... That's what I do when I just don't want to give a shit for a little while. I mean, I work pretty hard. And so I figure, you know, it's a good way to relax a little bit. So yeah, so that's my guilty pleasure, I guess.
Battle Royale.
Kevin Johnson, thanks for the info. You are absolutely welcome, brother.
Be advised,
You are
gas is
100%
closing
welcome.
in.
What city are you guys from?
Safe zone. Enemy dropping into the AO. All right, lads, let's get it done. Enemy team is tracking your position. Enemy UAV overhead.
Alright. Too big. No. Don't want this gun. Let's see if I can get across here without getting caught.
Bounty target has been marked. Kill him.
Okay. Really much rather have this gun. Okay. Alright, here we go.
Friendly loadout drop on the way.
Level Land, Texas. I've never heard of Level Land, Texas. That sounds pretty awesome, though. Okay, I can't get it that way.
Sniper rifle here.
Fucking all my enemies and all my friends.
Evaded the enemy trackers. Good work. Gas is inbound.
They're taking the beans.
Enemy dropping into the AO. 25 are still active in the AO.
Oh wait, there's a guy.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Got him. Ooh, gotta get under here.
I'm hit.
Get up there.
Oof, Lord.
Contract type expired.
No! Why did crypto dump like that? That was very surprising, Mika. I don't know why crypto dumped like that because it doesn't make sense. I mean, it was just adopted you know, formally in El Salvador. So I don't understand. I haven't seen anybody that's explained why it would cause the price of crypto to drop. I'm gonna keep researching that, but I haven't been able to make sense of it yet, to be honest with you. But we shall see. Oh, let me loot my dead body. Find my teammates. Oh, son of an ass. Now I'm dead. Do I have any teammates nearby that care enough about me to save my life? Well, he's right there, but he won't come help me. He's gonna let me bleed out. I swear. I wonder if I should just give up. But don't give up, Boyce. There's always hope. Oh, he's gonna shoot me. You should start a Black Love dating service. Well, you know what, B-Love, we're actually doing speed dating at the convention this year. So if you go to allblacknationalconvention.com, you can actually take a look at the itinerary. We are going to do a speed dating thing. We're going to have a Black Love ball. We're going to have an award show. We're going to have Rizza Islam's coming. I'm going to talk to Queen Afua about coming tomorrow. We got Nuri Muhammad, who's speaking, Vicky Dillard, Dr. Claude Anderson. We've got Dr. Adrian Carter, attorney Nicole Compton. We've got crypto experts. We've got experts in everything from law to business to investing to everything in between. Shit. Okay, let's get out of here, boys. Shit, gun. Ah! God! That was terrible. Okay, let's see here. What changed your mind about the Democrats? That's a good question, John. I feel that the Democrats. I used to believe in the Democrats back when I didn't know any better. Black people are heavily brainwashed. You know, from the time you're young, they train you to fit in and to be a good little slave and know your place. So I thought my place was to be a Democrat and to wait for good white people to come and save black people. And then when I realized that nothing was changing, nothing was getting better, our lives were still the same, that's when I realized that was a failed, flawed strategy. So my argument is that, you know, that black people have to do for self. I think that's the only solution. That's the only choice we have. Like, it's not one of these things where it's like, oh, we could do A or B. It's like, no, we could do B or B. That's it. So with the Democrats, I just got tired of putting these people in office and watching these people just shit on us. Just, I mean, the disrespect. My God, like, how much disrespect do you tolerate? Like, do you really think that because you're black, you have to let people just crap on you like that? No, like, that's ridiculous to me. Like, that's, I don't know about y'all, but it pisses me off when they will just tell a damn bold-faced lie. That was my own teammate. Great job, boy, shooting at your own teammate. Now, that shows real talent. Real skill there, Boyce.
County target identified. Slot the bastard.
Shit.
Back to normal.
teammates now. Okay, teammates. I'm gonna come down here and hide and wait for you. Shit, I got 2 dudes.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Enemies in the area. Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone. Taking fire. Taking fire.
Shit. Oh!
10 remaining. Keep it up. 25 remaining. Vader's a proper teacher.
I only have Solana and ADA Solana stayed up all day. Okay. Queen Reflection, fundamentals or technicals? Fundamentals for me. Tim Sones, what weed stocks are you investing in? A lot of them. I invest in like mutual funds that focus on cannabis. Companies that come to mind: Tilray, Aurora. There's a couple others I can't remember, but there's like a cannabis ETF I think, and I just bought some of that. I buy stocks like every day. All the extra money I get, like I don't spend money on stuff. I spend money on stocks, and so basically that's pretty much where I put my money. Like so I buy a lot of cannabis because I want to be ready for when Joe Biden resigns and Kamala Harris takes over because she wants to legalize cannabis. My theory is that could push up the price of cannabis stocks. Norvella, my son, Dr. Boyce, playing video games. Me, yep, my son, he's talking money and playing. That's a smart man right there. That's so funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, well, I mean, if young people can get it, like if they understand it, I wish I had started investing when I was like 17. I'd have so much money. Oh my God. If you force me like from the age of 17 to put like 25% of all the money I made into the stocks, oh my God. Do you know how many millions of dollars I would have if I did that consistently? Like literally, it doesn't matter how poor your child is. If your child literally just said, a quarter of the money that I make, I'm gonna put it into stocks, and that's it. I'm gonna have it taken out of my check. Cause think about it, people do that when it comes to stuff like child support. Like but they do it because they have to do it, right? See, so that's the difference between great people and people that are sort of forced to get better. Is like a great person can give themselves discipline on their own. A lot of people get disciplined because they were forced to have discipline. They were going through a difficult situation, or they went to jail. Like, you ever seen a guy who didn't read his first book till he went to jail? And you're like, man, what if he had started reading books before he went to jail? It's kind of like that, right? But like seriously though, like like that. My God, I mean, if you think about that, if a guy has a baby and the government makes him pay child support, like, he'll pay his child support because he doesn't want to go to jail or have whatever the consequences are. But imagine if brothers just put 25% of their money into the stock market just because, just like that was the thing to do, or like you're tithing for church almost. I mean, they would have, like, literally, black men would have no money problems at all because you would have been buying consistent shares of Amazon back when Amazon was trading for $100 a share. And now Amazon's trading for $3,000, and you'd be like filthy rich.
All right, that's enough fucking about.
I mean, we waste a lot of money. We waste a lot of money. A lot of money gets wasted. And if that money was consistently invested, that money would turn into millions. Most people I know who have a regular income of, say, $40,000 or more, if you took all the money they wasted all those years and have put that money in the stock market over a 20-year period, that person would have hundreds of thousands of dollars liquid. I'm not joking. Anyway, hey Noah, nice to see you back, Dr. Boyce Watkins. Could not wait to see you again. How was your trip to Miami? Miami was really great. I went down for the Solutionary Summit, hosted by Maj Toure. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of interesting people there that I met. God, see, this is what happened. I started talking and I mess up. I broke my legs. But yeah, and I met King Randall, which was really cool. I like King Randall a lot. I also met Derek Grace. I had not met Derek Grace before. That's very interesting. He's a really interesting dude. Okay, what's going on? What are you doing? What are you shooting at?
Enemy UAV overhead.
Are you shooting at me? Like, what was that about? and I also met let's see, just a few different people. I met a guy who ran for governor of California, and then I met a libertarian who was really smart, and then I met a lady named Lauren who was super impressive. Her family has owned the farm for over 100 years, and they really understand like legacy and all the stuff that wealthy people get about generational wealth. That was pretty beautiful to listen to her talk. I follow her on Instagram now. I am such a fan. And my wife and I did a session together, and that was a lot of fun. Kwame Brown was there. Didn't catch up with him. A lot of people thought that would be kind of an issue. It's not an issue for me. I think it might be more of an issue for him, but not for me. And it was cool. It was just really cool, and a lot of great people, and we had a really good time. So I am glad I went, and it was beautiful and sunny. And now what was funny though is down in Miami, nobody's wearing masks in Florida. It's very interesting to observe, like how they just don't wear masks in Florida. It's so funny, and I don't care honestly. Like I'm not a person who thinks I'm gonna die in the pandemic. I'm just not living my life like that. It doesn't mean I'm not saying that you can't die. It's just more like I just don't want to constantly be thinking about how I'm gonna die. You know, like it seems like there's some people who want other people to die so they can say I told you so. I'm the dude who says, yeah, there's probably a risk out there, but I'm not gonna live my life thinking about all the things that could go wrong. I'd rather live my life based on the things that I think can go right. And so, is this guy gonna come around? Oh, there's a dude right there. Maybe playing a claymore. Gotcha ass! You're dead! Thought you were gonna get me, didn't you? Yeah, you threw that stun grenade. You're down, asshole. Put that Tech 9 on him. A Mac 10, actually. It's not a Tech 9, it's a Mac 10. Just to be precise. Now, where are my teammates? I need teammates. I feel kind of alone right now.
Your team is KIA. It's up to
Oh,
you
no
now.
wonder I feel alone. My team is KIA. Okay, y'all gotta be patient with me. I gotta focus here. Make sure I don't die or anything.
Friendly loadout
Molotov.
drop on the way.
Okay. Alright. I got some money. I think I'm gonna go get me a UAV.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
Okay, where's my teammate? Okay, you're landing where? Alright, bro. Come on.
Enemy UAV overhead.
But yeah, so the Solutionary Summit was really great because I like solutions. Like I like, you know, my background is mathematics, and so in math, you know, if you have a problem, you solve the problem. You know, you don't cry about the problem. You don't go and just tell white people about the problem. You don't sit around and wonder why somebody else isn't solving the problem for you. In mathematics, you have to actually solve the problem. You can't sit around and be sad about the problem. You actually have to solve it. And so
UAV entering the AO.
so my argument is that for black people, we've got to become problem solvers. Like the people that need to be black leaders, in my view, need to be people who actually solve problems and help us figure out how to get out of the mess that we're in. The people who okay, I'm gonna go up on the roof. That's where I'm gonna go. The people who just whine about it or complain about it or scream and holler about it or stand on the street and scream Black Lives Matter as if somehow we're trying to convince white people that Black Lives Matter or convince ourselves that Black Lives Matter or somehow we believe that the only way Black Lives can matter is if we get white people to agree with us that Black Lives Matter. That's not beneficial. That doesn't actually help you make progress. And so, so the reason I enjoy going to the Solutionary Summit is because I like the idea of just getting together and saying, let's figure out what our problems are and let's solve those problems, like, because we can do it. Like, we have all the expertise in the world, we have all the know-how, we have all the brain power. So the question becomes, if you have a smart community well, it's full of highly educated people. You know, very few people get as much education as black people do. So you got a community full of all these smart people who who understand all these great things. Why aren't you actually solving problems? And I think it's conditioning. I think that we're conditioned to not actually solve our problems. We're just sort of conditioned to sort of think of ourselves like children. Like white people are the grown-ups. White people are the ones who say, "Oh, the environment's being destroyed. How do we fix the environment?" Or there's a problem with the legal system. How do we fix the legal system? Or there's a natural disaster or a flood. How do we fix the flood? Whereas I think that we're conditioned to kind of think our job is to sort of sit there and sort of benefit or be punished by whatever white people decide to do. And I personally think that we need to. That was stupid, boys. I did not mean to do that.
Buy station costs are adjusted.
Okay, let me climb. Ah!
25 are left. Stay sharp out there.
Got you. Goodbye, sir. You're dead. You're dead.
Hostiles
Okay,
dropping into the
great.
area. Watch the skies.
Well, there's a guy real close.
Fire cell shut. Prices are back to normal.
Shit.
Request recon flyover.
UAV entering the AO.
Okay, what am I looking at here? Okay, there's people in this house. There's people over here. Oh god, there's a lot of people.
Gas is moving.
Let's try going down the living quarters. Okay. Alright.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
We're not all here. Regroup in the safe
Come on, boys. Run, boys. Run. Oh. Great. Of course I got shot. Of course I did. Because that was stupid. Maybe I should have drove a Jeep or something. I don't know what the answer would have been. Well, my teammate isn't exactly a team player, so I'll probably just sit here and bleed out, waiting for his ass to come save me. But let me get in here. Maybe there'll be a miracle. We'll see. Let's see here. What advice do you have for first-time investors? Well, if you want to start investing, the easiest place to get started, in my view, is the stock market, because you can just get a little app and start investing like in 5 or 10 minutes. He's not doing anything. Look at that. That's my teammate right there. He's just sitting there with his dumb ass. And now I'm out of the game. Yeah. But yeah. So. Yeah, the stock market's the easiest way to get started because there's something in stocks called the efficient markets hypothesis, which basically says literally they tested it with monkeys and they basically showed that monkeys can actually invest if you train them to throw darts at a wall. And so ultimately, if you're smarter than a monkey, you can invest in stocks. But there's only 2 rules you have to follow. One is buy and hold. Don't just sell your stocks right away. and try to time the market, because that usually doesn't work. And B, diversify, spread your money out so you don't lose all your money if you put it all in one place. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make in investing is they'll get a stock that does really well, and then they'll say, oh, that's my favorite stock. Ooh, that stock's making me a ton of money. Ooh, I'm going to go double down on that stock. So then they'll go and they'll put extra money into the very stock that they shouldn't be putting extra money in, because they're thinking that because it did well in the past, it's going to keep doing well in the future, and that's just not how the market works. So you just want to spread your money out. So literally, I think I personally believe that the that the stock market is the best place to get started if you want to become an investor. That's just my 2 cents. Come on, teammate, what you doing? Oh man, you better run. Oh, they're gonna run you over. Oh, you're dead. What's the best credit repair program? I don't know, man. I can't even think of. I have no preference on any of them. I mean, I think understanding credit scores is relatively straightforward. I actually did a curriculum on it. I think it's at drboycecredit.com or something like that. Or if you go to the Black Business School and just check around, I did put together a curriculum on how credit scores work and how to improve your credit score. So I actually did something a few years ago, so it's still available if you go to the blackbusinessschool.com. Watkins is a problem solver, and its name Revolver. That's funny. I got a problem solver, and his name is Revolver. Wasn't that from that song Natural Born Killers with Dr. Dre and Ice Cube? Tariq, don't be on there getting your head busted. I know, man. That's the story of my life. What's up, my guy? First time in the stream. Hey, Heaven. How are you? Good to see you. David Lovett's channel. So everybody subscribe to David Lovett's channel. It sounds like he's a content creator. From observing the map briefly, what is called the living quarters sector is encircled. Reason unknown. Why is it encircled? I don't know. I think maybe it was because it was like a bounty target. That's a very good question, though. Stephanie Bozeman says, wow, in the Navy. Okay. Black Insurance Network. Yeah, excellence and prosperity. It's the blackinsurancenetwork.com. Reezy, should I buy Bitcoin tomorrow? By the way, I am broke. Well, I would say if you're broke, I don't know if I'd buy Bitcoin if I was broke. But if you have some extra money, I don't think it's a bad move. That's not really my investment advice, but it's really me saying like I am buying crypto, but I don't bet it all on crypto. That's where you want to be careful. You don't want to ever bet it all on anything. Investing, if you ever get to where you're using gambling terminology to talk about investing, that means you're doing it wrong. You're talking about your family's wealth, not, a trip to the casino. I'm racking up kills, because the more kills you get, the more experience points you have. And you level up your guns that way. What's the best crypto trading platform? I'm not the one to tell you what the best is. I can tell you what I use. I use Coinbase and Bittrex, and I even own some crypto on Robinhood. And I know that that's not the optimal way to do it, because we have a crypto club, the blackcryptoclub.com. And the blackcryptoclub.com, we have experts that talk about like where's the best place to buy your crypto. So that might be a good place to find out. But I'm not the one to tell you the absolute best place to buy and sell your crypto. I just like the places that are the most convenient. Ouch. My foot.
Alright, soldier, mark a drop point for your team. Be advised, gas is closing in. Proceed to the safe zone. Enemy soldier incoming. Clear to engage all targets.
Different approach. Shit. Do you have a plan to leave America if we lose all of our freedoms? No. I mean, I could, but that's not a plan I have. I mean, you know, I don't think it's the end of the world. I think people have always, there was more going on in 1968 than that's going on right now. Mika, did my ancestry? I'm born and raised in. Okay, is that South Carolina in the South? I can't tell. Oh man, I gotta focus. I have no weapons now. Because I messed around and got shot. Where did I get shot at? I got shot on the roof. Near the roof. So my stuff is probably up there. But I could go this way and just rebuild my life brick by brick.
Gas is closing in. Bounty target's been marked. Kill 'em.
I think that's the circle you were talking about. Yeah, the circle is where the bounty target is. But a lot of times you get a bounty contract and you just hope someone else kills the person because you don't actually go after them. You just kind of, but if someone else kills them, you get money. So that's why you grab the bounty contract.
We're in the safe zone.
Okay.
Watch for enemy.
All right, so,
Time's running out. Get to the target area. Victory rests on your shoulders. Finish the mission. Contract is complete. You're cleared for higher payouts. Enemy dropping into the AO. Got a loadout drop inbound. Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone. Enemy sentry gun active. Victory rests on your shoulders. Finish the mission.
what? Oh, that's horrible. Boyce, you have gotten better at Call of Duty, says Rick. Well, I practice a lot, so I should be better than I am, I guess. I guess I'm a little slow. David Lovett's channel. I'm here because the game isn't on the console that I have, the Playbox 3. You mean PlayStation 3 or Xbox? Like, I don't know of a Playbox. I know about Xbox and PlayStation. Let's see. David Lovett's. I have a rendition of Dre and Cube's Natural Born Killers recently uploaded radio edit. Do 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 do. That was one of my favorite songs. It was kind of weird to talk to Ice Cube. You know, I've been a fan for such a long time. I was a little nervous, actually. But then he was a fan of me, so that was actually kind of cool. It's like kind of a surreal experience. Like, oh, that's right. I guess I do stuff, don't I?
Grab some target practice.
Jazzy Thoughts. Where do the dividends go? I just made 8 cents on Walmart. Good for you. The dividends go, it depends on which option you pick. But if you have a dividend reinvestment process, it'll put the money back into your stock for you. So that's probably where it went. I'm going to try something a little different this time. guns are terrible. I saw in Warzone's Holler Duty's trending promotion, they made these new maps to recreate the 1980s action movies. Yeah, they did. They did. They actually came out with another one of the games. Yeah, these video games, they make so much money. They make more money than like blockbuster movies do. Kind of a crazy industry, actually.
Enough practice. Time for the real thing.
If you have the means to purchase a secondary home with no loan purchase in the next 12 to 18 months near retirement age, what's the best way to leverage your money till that time? So, what to do with your money until you buy a home? Is that the question? If you have the means to purchase a secondary home with no loan near retirement age, what's the best way to leverage your money? Put it in something safe in the stock market where it can earn a tiny yield, but not too risky, not something that's gonna undermine your capital base too much. So maybe some safe stocks, some utilities or something, or some banks or some S&P, some blue chips.
Your primary objective is to kill them all.
Marking target location.
I mean, that's what I would do. It's not investment advice, of course. All right, so let me see here. I keep hearing my teammates get killed. I'm hearing somebody.
Bounty target identified. Slot the bastard. Bounty target is down. Well done. Enemy UAV overhead. Bounty target has been marked. Kill him. Loadout drop inbound.
Are you invested in a crypto gaming token? No, I am not. I'm here. I'm
Enemy
the
UAV
yellow.
overhead.
There's my teammates over here. Okay.
Moving.
Losing
Go where my
ground.
teammates are.
You want to open the front door for me?
Bounty target is down. Well done.
Hearing footsteps.
We're in the safe zone. Watch for it.
Why do I? Okay. Gotta be quiet. Here he comes. Here. Oh, that's my teammate. Okay. Oh, there's the bad guy. He's right there.
Enemies in the area.
Loadout drop inbound.
No.
One down.
Oh, that sucks. David says, I used to have 2 PS3s and would have 2 accounts online at once. One for mostly reconnaissance. Reconnaissance? Really? Wow. Clinton Portis. Yeah, he's the NFL player that lost all his money. Poor guy. I'm that dude. Play some basketball. Maybe one day. I am legend. Do you think that black people will rule the world in the future? Absolutely, of course. We ruled it in the past, so why wouldn't we rule it again? Mr. Heidi. Clinton Portis guilty in healthcare fraud scheme. Oh. Let me Google that. That sounds sad. Sheesh. I don't remember. I talked about him recently, but I don't remember that. Maybe I'm tripping. Let me look up Clinton Portis. Yeah, that guy. Oof, gosh. Other NFL players plead guilty to defrauding league and healthcare program.
Get yourself sorted. We'll be deploying shortly.
Wow. Sheesh. Well, the NFL, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I feel sorry for the NFL because, you know, some could say that they're accused of fraud, the way they manipulated all those players and gave them brain damage and all that stuff and then lied about it, pretended like it wasn't real. I mean, that's pretty fraudulent if you ask me. So, you know, in that regard, not to say that Clinton Portis is totally innocent or whatever, but it sounds like, you know, it sounds like one dope dealer robbing another dope dealer. You know, one of them calls the police and says he's the bad guy, when really that ain't true. That's not the case. Yeah, man, Clinton and 2 other former NFL players. Yeah, wow. Let's see. Portis, Tamarick Vanover, and Robert McCune all reportedly admitted to defrauding the Gene Upshaw NFL Player Reimbursement Account Plan, a program set up to reimburse up to $350,000 in medical expenses for retired players and their families. So the max is $350,000. I don't know. See, I just feel like that's not very much. Like I feel like with these guys being multi-million-dollar assets, it would seem to me that the cap would be $1 million or something. You know, like a big number. I don't know. I mean, if you ever want to go broke, get sick. The healthcare system is not built for anybody who's not filthy, stinking rich.
They're lighting me up.
I have no weapons. And I just shot you with an ugly gun.
Take that item.
I will. Oh, that's not very helpful. How about you give me a weapon? Can I get a gun?
Allied cluster strike inbound.
Tagging buy station.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Mover.
Gas is
Buy station is so far away.
Enemy UAV overhead. You're being tracked by an enemy team. Stay sharp.
Enemies in the area!
I'm under fire. Enemy appears KIA.
Got a loadout drop inbound. Bounty target is up. Let's get it done. Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone. Enemy soldier incoming. Five are still active in the AO. The bounty target is down. Well done.
That's terrible aim, boys. Are you serious? Tutta man, Dr. Boyce getting active. I'm trying to, man. It's demoralizing. Taliban are as evil as USA media, government, military says they are, or they are possibly good Afghanis who want the best for their people. I don't know about. I don't know what the Taliban. I mean, I don't know how to. I've been watching this documentary on Netflix about 9/11. I forgot what it's called, but it's really good, um, and it's really just awesome because it's giving like a lot of insights into things surrounding 9/11 that we didn't realize or know at the time. And I'll find the name of it. I highly recommend it. I just don't remember what it's called right now, but it's really interesting. And one thing I can say for sure is that we definitely created the Taliban and all that shit. Like, we gave them all these weapons because we were fighting against the Soviets. And we were like, oh, well, my enemy's enemy is my friend. And that's just not true. Like, that's a stupid policy. And it's kind of consistent with America's ongoing habit of destroying its own future, so it can sort of have, you know, whatever instant gratification it's seeking at the moment. Because what happened was we ended up arming. We ended up arming our enemies. Like, we totally gave the Taliban like everything that they have now that's helping them to kill American soldiers and stuff like that. So it's kind of, at least that's the impression I have. Again, you know, I know it's subject to interpretation and all that, but whoa. But it is kind of interesting that that's kind of a that's kind of a consistent American theme is we'll go somewhere and we'll fight and we'll give them all these weapons and make some rebel group really strong. And then the next thing you know, they're coming back to kill us. Al-Qaeda. We created Al-Qaeda. It all goes back to 1978, 1980, when the Soviets were in Afghanistan, and we were trying to fight the Soviets. And so we armed all these groups in order to do that. And so these groups basically, you know, when that's the problem too, like, they made the mistake a lot of black people make now, is that, you know, they were taking support from the Americans, but they didn't understand that, like, when the Americans are are done with the war, like they're gonna try to control you. They're gonna own you. And the thing about people like Osama bin Laden is they didn't want the Americans to control their people. So that was, I think, his big gripe with America was, you know, the Americans think that they can kind of do whatever they want. So I'm not saying that what they did was right. I'm just talking about like why they did it. Crap. Let me see if I can get away. Do I have a teammate? Nope. So basically all that stuff started with like us. Like we gave them the training, we gave them the weapons, we gave them everything they needed, and that's exactly, so we're kind of fighting against ourselves. Based on what I saw, right? So it's really, I think it's called Turning Point. Turning Point. It's really interesting. I encourage you to watch it if you're interested in that kind of thing. Zaylin says, my portfolio is lit. Good for you, man. I hope you're making a ton of money. Nathaniel, in my opinion, 9/11 was an inside job. Well, it's possible. Zaylin, make sure you have income saved for bad months. Absolutely. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Do not forget that. It's going to get worse. This is as good as it gets. It doesn't get much better than this. Turning Point. Yes. Thank you. I'm dead, dude. I appreciate that. Okay. I got to focus now before I get shot. When I ain't paying attention, I get my ass blown off.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
Okay, I gotta go down to the safe zone. Where's my teammates? Okay, teammate, where you at? Alright, are we good? I'm right with you. I have no ammo.
Enemy precision airstrike. Take cover.
Over here.
Whoa. That sucks. I guess if you're in a tent isn't going to protect you from an airstrike, now is it?
Got gas moving in.
Come on, teammate. There we go. Thanks, man. You're an officer and a gentleman.
Nine enemies are still active. Hunt them down. Look to that vehicle.
Oh, that was bad.
We lost that one. Come back stronger next time.
I'm gonna leave the game. All right, guys. It was real. I had a good time with you. Does anybody know what the outcome of the Miami Summit was? The outcome was, you know, I think a lot of good ideas, and I think a lot of people were able to benefit from the solutions that were presented there. I encourage you to go. You know, you got to support the things you believe in, and it was worth going to. Tutankhamun, but they never found Bin Laden. Hillary killed Team 6 because they knew the truth. Ooh, ouch. Lewis Barron, what do you think of Vimeo stock? I haven't thought much about it. I don't know. I didn't even know Vimeo was a publicly traded company. There's literally thousands of companies out here that are publicly traded. So let's see what Vimeo stock is trading at. $39 a share. It's gone down 14% in the last 3 months. It's up 8% this month. 57% of the analysts say buy it. 43% say hold. Doesn't stand out to me as like a natural winner, but you know, hey, whatever you buy, I like to, you know, I believe in the idea of holding it long term. Let's see, any supporting the brother Cam Newton? You know, I think Cam should be supported because he shouldn't have got cut for not getting the shot. But if you're a football fan, you know Cam was not. I wouldn't pick Cam Newton to be my quarterback. I'm sorry, he just didn't. Dak Prescott, you know, the other guys, they're on a different level. Cam is, He just ain't. He's not that guy. The Patriots should have let go of Tom Brady. I mean, that's the truth. Like he fit in right. He fit in perfectly with the community. That was a stupid thing for them to do. Like that was literally, in my view, that was a slap in the face to the whole Northeast region, to the whole Patriots community, to get rid of Tom Brady after he gave you all those goddamn Super Bowls. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I'm sorry, and Cam Newton doesn't fit all those girly clothes he wears and all the, like all that playing around. Even the black dudes are like, bro, come on, man, we're trying to win football games, and you're not winning enough to act like that. Now, if he was winning, they wouldn't give a shit what he did. He could show up with a G string, a pair of G string jaws on if he wanted to, and keep his job. But he wasn't winning. Like you're a loser and you're like getting on people's nerves and you're losing. Like that's just not a good combination. So I can't defend Cam. I can't. There's other players I would defend, in a million years. But he doesn't come off like a guy that he's talented. He just doesn't come off as a guy who's showing up to really try to win, to do whatever it takes to regain what he's lost, right? So I didn't care. I wasn't surprised when they got rid of Cam. I was just surprised that they brought him in the first place. I think that there are other black quarterbacks that could have done a better job. It's like Sha'Carri Richardson. I'm not going to defend Sha'Carri and her ratchet ass ghetto behavior just because she's black. There's a bunch of black women who are very talented, who are behaving with grace and class and dignity, who are also getting first place. So you don't, just because you're black doesn't mean you have to stand by anybody's behavior that looks like you. I think that you pick the people that reflect what you believe in and leave it at that. So that's just my 2 cents. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here.